Outstanding, but we'll see what Jeongwoo Park can do this weekend. It's two left-handers against each other, so Kim's footwork is going to be pretty important, especially getting out to the forehand corner. So I think his physical condition will be tested quite early on.
You mentioned the footwork for Kim. He broke his foot, had surgery on it, and he is back 9 weeks after surgery, and said to us before the match that he might be a little bit movement challenged, limping a little bit, but was on the sidelines for the most part last week, just played some doubles, and he said he couldn't take it any longer. He had to get out there.
I mean, I know the feeling, but it's tough when you're in a team environment. I mean, he played the ultimate golden point against Princeton last weekend, going 0-5 and losing that. And then also the very important points at the end against Kayama with the Blazers. It's not easy. But we're going to see what quality he can bring to the table. I think if the ball placement from Park stays inside the table, Kim should be able to cover the movement.
Struggles with that receive. Kim ranked as high as 79 in the world. This is how things are scored. You've got 4 different singles matches. Each game will consist of a point. You win the game, you win the point. Also 1 doubles match, and then the golden game, which is where you will have 5 different players subbed in and out in intervals of 4, competing for 6 total points at a race to 21, and you don't have to win by 2.
2-6.
That's one of my favorite parts of Major League, the golden points. Get to 10-10 in a game, it's sudden death. Get to 20 all in the golden game, it's ultimate sudden death.
Off the step out, a look down the line, missed, flying the forehand off the table. And that backhand corner was Park. The topspin tries in the form of drives off the push from Park. What do you think about this? What do you think about the start for Park here?
I mean, for Park, I think he just needs to stay in control. If he's the one dictating the movement from Kim, I mean, here's what you have to consider. Kim had surgery on his right foot. You can see there's a small brace on his right foot. Every time that he needs to play a forehand and he needs to move, he needs to push body weight off his right foot to get in position. So for Park, I think we're going to see a lot. I mean, we would see it with the left-handers playing against each other anyway. They're looking for backhand to backhand, but always quick changes to the forehand.
That forehand doing a lot of dictating. Each one of these games, as Kim wins that latest point, is to 11, and you do not have to win by 2. Which means that Park lays claim to 6 game points. 7, considering the golden point if it's at 10-all, and he had a chance at 1, but he misfires long with that backhand inside the table.
Took me a while to get used to that one.
11-5, game for Chicago.
First point for the Chicago win. Pretty smooth sailing for Park.
Indeed, 11-5 it goes his way after an unreturned serve from Kim there. Has the wins 5-4 on the year, and they strike first in singles 1.
Yeah, the difficulty for the Bay Area Blasters is they can't lower his position in the lineup. So because the A and B and the C and D spots are divided by Spindex rating, Kim's Spindex rating is too high for them to be able to drop him into the C and D. So he has to play AB. That makes it tough to try and test the waters because he's going to go in against what Eric Owens considers the best player on the Chicago team.
1-2.
The Chicago team, and there is Eric Owens, the head coach, right there in the middle of the screen, that has been known this year, unintended, but it has been a discernible theme where the singles has carried the doubles. Will that play into Week 7's festivities? That is yet to be determined.
They had a pretty good showing in doubles last weekend. Better than usual. But you can see here, as soon as that quick change down the forehand line comes, whether or not Kim can push himself into position that quickly.
Another early lead in a game for Park.
And the other thing you have to consider is Kim Taehyun, as far as forehand footwork goes. I mean, co-MVP last season, ridiculously good forehand movement, but in this match we're seeing a lot of backhand play from him. So he's really anchoring on that backhand corner, not able to really use as much forehand as he would want.
A massive angle found off the inside out. Blasters as a team are 33-39, their record in singles games this season. Compare that to the Wind, they are 63-45.
Kim doing a good job of getting some quality on that ball. Had the table open.
6-3.
That's really the big task for Kim out there, is even if he's out of position, whether he can get some level of quality in his ball contact.
Caught the edge after a second backhand, and a fourth shot puts that point away.
And edge serve.
5-6.
A little bit of fortune shining on Kim. And if he can capture the second game, it would be firstly good for his confidence, but also great for the team as well.
Is it by design that he seems to be hitting more backhands? And I think you talked about this, more backhands than forehands, Kim, since the match's inception.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of footwork and weight transfer it requires for him to step around on the forehand, like we would usually see, is probably more than he's willing to take on. So we're seeing more backhand safety play here.
Overzealous reaching in and missing on the reach off the cross-court forehand. Park went 4-5 in 9 singles games over 3 matches last week in Atlanta.
Kim serving a lot of long and fast. He's trying to get Park to kind of react and just hit the ball straight back to his backhand. We also saw that in that ultimate golden point against Benedict Ola. Didn't work out so well for Kim, but Ola's a right-hander.
Game points.
10-7.
Another one here for Park, a serve. Try and close out this second set. Breezing through the first 2 games is Jeongwoo Park at the singles 1 position. He's got last year's co-MVP in Season 2 of MLTT within a game of sweeping him and giving the Wind an incredible start with 1 game to go. Up and running for our 3rd and final game of singles 1 between Kim and Park.
1-0.
What does Kim need to do that he didn't do in the first 2 games to at least salvage a game.
I think he has to suffer a little bit, honestly.
But
Definitely anchoring on the backhand side and playing control backhand is not going to be enough. Nice drop from Kim.
0-2.
Sensing how far Park was off the table and played a short ball. Put that movement challenge on his opponent. Quick little touch, quickly off the bounce.
Yeah, definitely like more assertive in his shot making.
Last singles match for Park was back on Sunday, played singles 3. Swept Lee Ka-wei.
You can see Park just playing at 60-70% pace. He's just trying to be the more consistent player out there. He's definitely the favorite in these backhand-to-backhand exchanges for sure.
3-2.
More net clearance to then set up the down the line. Changing spins and heights along with directionals is Kim up by 1. Into the body off of one superb receive from Park.
At this level, just too much long fire. You can see that placement was literally right in the middle of his forehand, so it's not really challenging enough. It's risky already playing long fast serves against a player with this level.
4-3.
So if you see lots and lots of long fast serves in a row, then other players just going to get used to attacking the first opportunity.
And Park has his first lead in this third game, and it doesn't last long as he is completely taken out of his element. Started out, Matt, with a lot of depth. The fast long serve and also a couple of strokes that were going deep. And then to mix it up and try something short. Threw off Park a little bit there in the end.
I mean, Kim just has to make sure that everything that he does, Park is the one that's moving. Because if Park's the one that's out of position, then he's not able to force Kim to move around as much. So you've got to dictate the placement from the beginning of the point and then just really stay on top of things.
Our team behind the scenes is definitely staying on top of things because as you just saw in that graphic, our next match coming up will be singles 2 with Mo Zhang and Lily Zhang. That will be a rematch between those two. They faced off last week.
Speaking of our team behind the scenes, it's our producer Luke's birthday today. And he's here doing Major League Table Tennis. So
that's incredible commitment.
Yeah,
shout out to Luke and his great team. So many hours that are logged just to set everything up, to get the venue ready, and put on a really, really nice production.
We're in our third week in a row. There's some forehand power from Kim.
8-5.
It's up 8-5. Didn't really see this coming, so he's dug deeper, and I think just finding that forehand, if he can get on the forehand, even if he's slightly out of position, I think his forehand game is still stronger than Park's. And he's just continuing to pressure with those long fast serves, and Park's kind of playing a little bit soft. You almost wonder if Park played so much control game in the first 2 games that he's not really prepared to mentally to be more aggressive here in the third.
6-9.
But we'll see.
Slower pace, maybe putting the added stress on Kim, who's looking to speed things up. Going to get his power into play quickly.
10,
A spinning
6.
flick off the backhand has Kim within a point of giving his team their first overall point.
He's going to have to
10,
be careful.
7.
Lily Zhang.
She'll be next up versus Mo Zhang. Those two have a combined 9 Olympic appearances between them.
Well,
11-7.
if you told me he was going to win the third game after seeing the first 2, I would have been shocked. And I am a little bit. Kim Taehyun takes game 3, but Jeongwoo Park 2 points to 1 for the win.